Bob. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to opening day / convocation day at SUNY Erie. It is so nice to see at least your eyes in person. Sorry about the mask, but we have to make sure we are safe and secure and follow all the protocol before us. You're going to hear a lot about COVID, but we're going to do a little opening number here, and we're going to start by introducing our board chairwoman, Denise Wilson. Let's give her a big round of applause, and she'll give some updates.
Good morning. I had to follow Bill's energy. I'm like, okay, am I going to walk across the stage? What am I going to do today? Oh, I absolutely agree. It is great to be before all of you today, just in a room full of people. As Bill said, my name is Denise Wilson. I am the SUNY Erie Board of Trustee chairwoman, and this is my first time, I believe, doing this. So excuse me if I have to read from my notes a little bit, but I just want to say again, I am so happy to be here today, to be before all of you, so happy that we can gather safely and, just begin this transition into the 2021-22 SUNY Erie school year. I know that all of us are very excited. So I know the requirements are constantly changing, but I just want you guys to rest assured that the board, President Reuter and his leadership team are ensuring that all of our prized possessions, you and our students, are returning back safely. We have taken all the precautions necessary and stand abreast of every change, every requirement, every mandate to make sure that we are having a, again, safe, productive, and wonderful school year. I'm sure that someone later will be up to go into greater detail about that, but the board has been adamant, especially myself, into just making sure that all of you, including our students, are here, ready to go, and again, remaining safe. So thank you to the leadership team and President Reuter. A large portion, a large portion of today is focused on Middle States, our launching pad of success. Middle States have always been, since I've been on the board, not a two-word sentence, but a four-letter word. And I decided to change the way I view Middle States. Middle States, to me, now is the future. It is, again, like I said, our launching pad to success. And so as we all work together, because this is not a board thing, this is not a SES, this is not a faculty or staff, this is a collective opportunity for us to create a strong roadmap to success. And so as the board, as well as all of you embark in the next stages of our strategic plan, I am looking forward to using Middle States in conjunction with SUNY Excel to further build our foundation and to further grow our college to being the institution that we all know it should be. I brag about this college a lot, despite what anyone else has to say, and you can check my record. I have enrolled how many students this semester, I'm not sure, but a lot of those students are my personal family. So I vouch for this college on a professional and personal level. And when I take a parental role in saying that I entrust my students, my babies, my loves to all of you That means that I believe in you, and I hope you guys believe in the college that you, or this institution that you come to every day and give your blood, sweat, and tears. So thank you for being here and being just a part of this extraordinary time of growth. Lastly, and I know many of you, well, before I say that, I just want to say again, thank you to Dr. Sagai, her team, and all of the faculty and staff who participated in the Middle States reports, revisions and submissions and things, and getting us ready. So I just want to say thank you to all of you. I know many of you have participated and have been following the presidential search. And on behalf of my fellow trustees, I just want to say thank you for all of your input, all of your participation through the first leg of the search. As you know, we presented the college and this community with very highly qualified candidates. However, the board decided to extend the search. It's important for us to find the perfect fit. We cannot fail. This is our moment in time, and we must find the right fit of the future leader of SUNY Erie. So, as you know, we've decided to extend the search. We have approximately 30 plus candidates right now who have submitted resumes to the search committee. The search committee will meet first in October and begin the process of dwindling down those applicants. And then we'll come in probably mid-November, or excuse me, early November or first week of December for in-person interviews, which you all will be invited, as you were previously, to come and see the final candidates. I just want you to know that the board is committed to this process. I am committed to this process. But I am also aware that we have a very strong leader in interim President Reuter. I have watched Bill email at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and then get up at 6 a.m. and start his day. And, you know, he's just been nonstop with working on keeping all of the balls in the air. And I just commend the work that he has done. And with that being said, as many of you know, there are several initiatives that we are currently working on a strategic level that Bill is leading the charge, of course. We need Bill to stay, and I am committed to providing definite transition from the new president, whomever that may be, with interim President Reuter. He will not be going anywhere anytime soon, as long as he won't leave us. So I just wanted to say, if you have any questions, please contact me. I am very available to all of you. And I just want to say thank you again. I want to just leave this with one final message, and this is to the students. The students who, if not for them, we would not be here. If not for them, these doors would be closed. If not for them, all of this would be unnecessary. We have to pour into each and every one of you as students. We are committed to making this environment a place that you can be proud of. We are committed to making this college, this institution, a place that can catapult your career, your educational goals, everything that you've dreamed of. We are committed to that. each and every one of us, utilize your faculty and staff around you. Participate in events and, attend the athletic events, attend the student-led events. Become one with SUNY Erie. I remember when I came, the tagline was start here, go anywhere. I still believe that. So I think if you commit yourself to us, you will get that right back in return, and we are excited to greet you, excited to have you. So with that being said, go Cats. And thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.
So I was blushing under my mask. I am a very humble person, for those that you know, but those remarks were very kind, and thank you. Actually, I get up at 5:40 for some reason. That's when my clock is set. I don't know. And I'm in the gym by 6:15. So reinvigorate, respect, return, working together to prepare a lifetime learning. That is very powerful, and it plays off some of the things that the chairwoman said. What was the number one word she used throughout today? Students. She is so student-focused, and to have the leader of the Board of Trustees being so student-focused really gives you initiative. It makes you want to help the students. So she leads by example. She talked about her kids, her students. She shared with me on Monday, not only are her kids coming to ECC, but she has 2 older sisters that have attended and are currently attending. So if you have a Wilson in your class, you may want to give them an A. I'm just saying. And I wrote notes too, but did anybody read the Buffalo News today? Well, I did. So I always start with sports. And in the sports, it has all the cuts and, waivers for NFL, and, everyone's a Bills fan. I'm a Jets fan. But my real name is Willie Namath. No. I grew up on Long Island. I went to Nassau Community College. I can't. But today's paper, the Kansas City Chiefs, one of the players they kept, a wide receiver. Anybody know his name? Yes. Who said that? You win something. Jody Fortson went to South Park High School, and then, do you know where he played football? ECC Cats, before he went to a 4-year school and then got signed by Kansas City and made their final roster. To Denise's quote, start here and go anywhere. So it's not just football players, but it's all experiences throughout life. You see our students everywhere in the community, because over 90% of our students live here after they graduate. So we are making a difference in this community. So that's not part of my presentation, so I will be quick. I would ask if we could just take a moment of silence to not only remember all that have passed over the past year, but also just to give thanks to what we have and what we can provide to others. So please take a moment. Thanks. In the beginning of the summer, I got notified that a very long time awesome faculty member, Cooper Lansing, passed away. Cooper had been at the college for 45 years. Cooper and I did a few battles along the way. But, at the end of the day, even though we had differences of opinion, we shook hands at the end, and both of us came out understanding person's position. So Cooper was an awesome guy. I know other people that have worked at the college have passed away, but I just wanted to recognize Cooper for all his service to the college. So we have some good news. Anybody here who the new governor is? Yes, Kathy Hochul. I think this is going to be monumental for the college, for SUNY. I attended my first in-person president's meeting in Albany going back 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, so I'm sitting off to the right, all of a sudden I see everyone standing on the left-hand side, and then the whole crowd starts standing. Who came to the SUNY president's meeting? None other than Governor Hochul. Governor Hochul is a friend to SUNY, is a friend to Erie Community College. Do you know our connection with her? She was county clerk when what opened at South Campus? The DMV. We worked with Kathy very closely, so I will remind her of that when the time comes, but I believe she will be a true champion for higher ed, hopefully for community colleges specifically, and for the state of New York and our residents, and it's going to be a very different way that she governs. So some enrollment and updates. So fresh out of the numbers from this morning, we are down 9% from last year. And this is following 3 years down a total of 27%. We continue to hemorrhage enrollment. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the answer is. We're trying everything we can. The numbers don't lie. We are almost 2,000 students away from hitting our budget for head count. So we have a lot of work to do. Yes, we get a lot of students that come last minute, but we have a lot of work to do. We're only at 85% of our budget goal. So please, if you can take that extra step, drive enrollment, we need it, because we cannot continue to be who we are when we don't have the financial support of our students to help us. And it's not just new students, it's keeping the students, persisting from fall to spring and retaining them from fall to the next fall. Some fiscal concerns remain. I'm not sugarcoating anything. We have an operational deficit. We spend more money than we take in. And if you have a budget and you have a household, that is not a good thing. So without $27 million of federal stimulus, I honestly, this college would not be in business. We have balanced last year's budget, the current year's budget, and projected next year's budget using all $27 million, just basically to keep the doors open. So we still have to do more. As it says, we have to be fiscally conservative. I thank the unions. They have worked very closely with us. We are redeploying people. We are reallocating. We are using people in roles that they've never done before, but they are interested and they want to help. So we will continue to do that. Since I got returned, we have cut the full-time staffing, and I know it's not a number you want to hear, but we reduced full-time staffing from 759 to 673. And in the past year, our payroll spend is down $5 million compared to the prior year. So we are trying to do as much as we can on the expense side. We still have challenges, but for us to grow and us to continue, that bottom line, build partnerships, reach out to the community, and strive for student success. That is the only way we are going to continue. It is important. Dr. Sagai and her team have been masters at building community partnerships. There's no partnership that we should not look at, because we are Erie County's community college. So there's been some discussion, and I've been very honest, open, and frank about it, that there is concern about keeping 3 full-service campuses operational. We are the only other community college, there's only one other, Suffolk County Community College on Long Island is the only other 3-campus system in the SUNY. There have been rumors. We are not closing tomorrow. We're not closing next week. We're not closing next year, but we are going to look at the realignment of SUNY Erie. how we can move programs. Do we offer more programs online? What are students' needs? What are students' wants? But we will begin the process of looking at the future of SUNY Erie. It may be taking out one building or two buildings at South Campus. Again, today's paper had a big article about the new Buffalo Bills Stadium. It's rumored to be going on South Campus. The rumor is that it would be from Abbott Road to basically the cell tower at South Campus, not consuming the buildings. We don't know. We've not been part of those conversations, but the future of South Campus could be vastly different. I am, and the board has approved, trying to sell some vacant land at South Campus to the west side of the campus, the vacant where those retention ponds are. So we are looking at opportunities. We're also looking at how we can improve our campuses. And to that end, our foundation recently launched a feasibility study looking at how North Campus can look better, a beautification plan. And that's going to include athletic fields that the community and the college can jointly use. We are working with the town of Amherst and the county executive on building that, but the foundation has committed funds to launch a feasibility study, and we've been working with the architect on those design. At the end of the day, there will be some 3D drawings that the foundation will go out and market to actually fund these improvements. So it's a long time coming. You look at North Campus, you look at all our campuses. They're old and tired, and we need to reinvigorate them. So there's a list. It's small. We have a lot of people that retired. Full-time, part-time, we have people that were here 36 years, 34 years, 32 years, 31 years. I just want to thank them for their service. And I think there was a name, Michael Delaney, up there last year. For some reason, he's in the audience right now. Don't we send memos when people retire or something like that? But I do want to correct a rumor out there, and Dave Bohinski emailed me this morning. Dave Bohinski is not retiring. He's retiring in December. So, Dave, I know you're watching online. That's for you. So, this is the best part of today. You know what it is? Chancellor Award winners. So, I'm going to ask, I'll read it first, and then I will ask the individual to come forward. So the first individual is Dave Uzinski, and he has been nominated for the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Teaching. And I'm going to read a little segment that was sent to me. Individuals selected for the Chancellor's Awards are the SUNY community role models in their respective area. Dave teaches mathematics at SUNY Erie, concentrating mostly in statistics and calculus. He also serves as department chair for the math department city campus. Dave's talent as a teacher and his tireless work in service to the community college makes him an excellent candidate to receive this honor from SUNY. Dave's impact on student learning has been far-reaching at both the state and national level. This does not diminish the impact he has on individual student lives. In a recent classroom survey, a student included this comment: "He was great at communicating and organization as far as making it easy to understand during this trying time of remote learning. He went above and beyond to make sure you understood the material, and when you didn't, he made himself available via email, text, WebEx, and office hours. He's very good at encouraging you not to give up even when it's tough. He gives you a chance to do well and make sure you're learning from mistakes." The other thing about Dave is, do you know he's a storm chaser? So he just informed me before I came up here that he doesn't chase hurricanes, only tornadoes. So it is with great pleasure that I award David Uzinski with the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Teaching for 2021. Andy Sacco, come on up. Daniel, can you come up too? Yeah, absolutely. You nominated him. put this around you? Sure. I don't know if it's appropriate. Am I allowed to do this? Amy, Mark? I can? All right. Amy and Mark, I do, every time I get up in the morning, I check, Amy, Mark, can I do this? So you get a fine Corinthian leather bookmark, a huge financial gift, a letter from the Chancellor, and an ECC cutting board. Our next awardee is Stephanie Sharmak, and I have to admit, I don't believe I've met Stephanie Sharmak, and that's my fault, my apologies, but I will read a little write-up. Stephanie was a technical assistant at the time that she was nominated, but she is now an instructor. But the write-up about Stephanie is, in addition to performing her job at an exemplary level, Stephanie demonstrates an extraordinary commitment to her institution and community as well as to the public. Dr. Sharmak's, and I had to look up this word, incontrovertible good deeds, means it's undeniable. Inconvertible good deeds reaches across all three campuses. Her willingness to help the unit as a faculty retire and replacements go unfilled due to declining enrollment is another amazing aspect to her exemplary college service. We, like many academic institutions, were sidelined to online instruction this past spring. It is especially difficult to offer laboratories online. Stephanie volunteered to film and edit laboratory procedures so that students could observe and interpret. Through her cogent videos, we were able to offer something close to a lab experience of our students. Through changes in leadership and challenges of relocation, Dr. Sharmak has made a difference at our college, exemplified the mission of the college, and has positively impacted her colleagues and students. It is with great pleasure that I award Dr. Stephanie Sharmak with the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Professional Service. Can Dr. Sharmak come? And is Jonathan Gilbreth here? Jonathan? Jonathan nominated Stephanie. So, same thing, we're gonna put it on you, get some pics. Dave's a big guy. Congratulations, and you make off with the same potpourri as Dave. Thank you so much. And our final awardee is somebody that I really like every 2 weeks. I'm just saying. So this morning, I'm honored to present Cheryl Zuzak with the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Classified Service. As a role model for the payroll team, she has exemplified SUNY's values: to learn, to search, to serve. By her diligent work in sharing of past payroll practices and policies, she has led the payroll team to a success 26 times each year. As a result, today's payroll team is confident in handling complex payroll procedures, providing skilled and attentive customer service. She trained 3 of her coworkers, allowing them to work independently and as a solid team when they were working remotely. I want to thank her personally for facilitating that smooth transition and the rest of the team for their accurate and timely processing of payroll, and I know my wife appreciates it as well. Congratulations on being recognized today for your dedication to all employees of SUNY Erie. Cheryl, can you come up? And is Maureen here too? Cheryl here? Tracy, come on up. Family affair, let's go. Happy wife, happy wife.
We didn't plan this.
No, did you see the memo?
No, I did not.
Wear red, right? I had to change my whole outfit this morning.
Doing this right.
I got this from Paul. So my final slide, I started trying to think about all the people that I want to give thanks to. This has been hard. I came back last July 1st to an empty office, to an empty building, just myself and the security guard who would check my temperature, and then I would show him my Campus Clear app. But a lot of people have really stepped up and done tremendously. Instead of, I have a couple names up there, but I want to really recognize groups of people. All the people involved in COVID, and that's, Mark and Amy get a lot of the recognition, and Katie Marshall, but there are so many other people. I think we have, 91 shifts that we have to staff for pool testing. That's why Michael Delaney's here. He's taking 45 of those shifts. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. But, so, thank you. Thank them. When you go for your pool testing, thank them. I mean, it's a job. So thank you for keeping us on track. I think our pool testing this summer only had 1 positive all summer long. Our percentage last spring was something like 0.36%, 0.36, not 3.6, but 0.36%. So thank you. I know people have choices. Please get vaccinated. I think it's important. We want to remain open. We are in a high frequency area. The whole state is approaching that. They warned about travel to Canada. It starts with us. We are requiring, it's not we, SUNY is requiring our students to be vaccinated. So let's lead by example. If you're on the fence, go to the other side of the fence, please. So, Workday, admissions, advising, bursar, financial aid, registrar, IT. It's been a tremendous, you have a full-time job, but then you have another job implementing Workday, which has been a lot of work. Scott Irmer, I don't know if Scott's here in person, but as he stepped in as CIO, I talked about redeploying, reallocating without a miss. We had the cyber breach, he stepped up. We've gone through this Workday, he stepped up, he's doing great. But thank you to all the people in those offices. It's not, I don't want to just recognize the directors, but everyone that has been boots on the ground, thank you. Facilities, they're sort of like the, no one knows about them. They go about their business, they try to keep the buildings open and clean, snow plowed, but if you look around the campuses, we are doing a major ADA projects at all three campuses. City campus, when you walk back into city campus, you know those restrooms that aren't very nice? Well, they've all been renovated. They all meet code now. A lot of money was spent. It's a building that was built in 1899, not ADA compliant back in 1899. So the bathrooms at city campus are almost all done. The ramp coming in from Swan Street now is ADA compliant. There are in S, K, and B buildings out here at North Campus, the restrooms are being renovated. Some delays because product has not been easy to receive, but there are some delays, but a lot of work, and South Campus will be started also. So thanks, facilities, for keeping all those ADA projects moving forward. CPD, Marianne Partey is somewhere. I don't have my glass on, so I'll just wave. Thank you. ITS also for all the training and technology, and Bob Germoni is standing in the back. I have to give him a shout out. I don't know how many WebEx meetings he arranged this past year. He did the presidential search through WebEx. He probably doesn't know it yet, but he will be doing the entire Middle States visit via WebEx. So, and that starts Sunday night, Bob. So we will talk about it, but he's been awesome, and he never gets flustered. Even when Len Lenahan can't get on the video, or he doesn't mute himself, or Bob just like, he'll shake his head a little, but then he'll press a couple buttons and it's all good. Security. So we had a situation. It turned out nothing bad occurred, but we had a situation at South Campus a couple weeks ago where we had a lockdown. We shut down the campus, and Mark and his security team, he wrote up the events for me, the incident, and when the threat was made, 1 minute later, the campus was shut down. 1 minute later, the campus was shut down. So, Mark, I have said to everyone in an emergency situation, I would want no one other than Mark, hopefully standing in front of me, but beside me. So thank you, and thank your security team. Again, unsung heroes, but when we needed it, you stepped up. And, Mark has the connections. He had Hamburg PD, Orchard Park PD, he had City of Buffalo and the state police all involved. And so that's pretty amazing. And then my new friends, Erickson and Kathy, they are faculty members, but they have been enlisted by Dr. Sagai to assist in the self-study draft. We made some changes in the past few weeks, and I believe they've gotten to know Dr. Sagai very well, have spent a lot of time with her, so thank you. They actually said they enjoy it, which is kind of crazy, but thank you. And then, finally to Dr. Adim Sagai, our interim provost. Denise mentioned me, but a leader's only as good as the people that are helping. I have Gail and Kelly and Jen in my office that, Gail goes, Bill, the agenda for executive team, you didn't send me back your changes yet. Like, she's on me, Paula on me. But Dr. Sagai, thank you for stepping up. Again, another interim position when Doug left the college, but Adim's been awesome. And for those that have been able to work with her as a dean and associate vice president, now a provost, she's awesome. And she's going to be here for a long time at this institution, and our institution is better because she is here. And then my final comment is be safe, be healthy, get vaccinated, and do your very best to help our students achieve success. And thank you for what you do, and have a wonderful semester, and bear with us. We may have to pivot multiple times throughout the semester. We are doing the best. We have SUNY as a master, we have the county as a master, we have the health department as a master. we are doing our best. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great semester. And I'd like to call on Mark and Amy to come on up.
Good morning, everyone. First, I'm going to apologize for the glare. It's freshly shaved last night, so don't know what to tell you. I'd like to start off with some thanks to President Reuter for all the support he gives Amy and I in the COVID task force. He's literally not joking when it's literally one of the first calls a lot of mornings. You know, what's the percentage? What are the rates? What is the county health department saying? What did Gail Bernstein say last night? So without him, we'd be in a lot worse condition. So thank you. I'll start off with a friendly reminder. Masks need to be worn on campus, right? This is not our decision, it's SUNY's decision and the county's decision because we are a county entity. It doesn't matter your vaccination status. The only time you can take that mask off is when you're eating or you're in your private office or location. Student requirements. As everyone knows, there was a mandate put out that all students must be vaccinated. They have to complete that series by September 27th. Doesn't matter if it's Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, which is no longer Pfizer, it's Comirnaty, I believe is the new name. It's the same thing, they just renamed it because it was approved. They have to submit their vaccine cards to the student health centers. Students can apply for a medical or religious exemption, and we're working through those with the county attorney. All those that are unvaccinated have to get weekly pool tested. There's pool testing sites at each campus. At North Campus, it's the STEM building. At South, it's the old bookstore. And at City, it's over in the Oak Street building. Staff vaccinations. As of yesterday, our current staff vaccination rate was 59%. We still have 522 staff that have either not got vaccinated or they haven't submitted their vaccine cards.
Ooh, that's the boo part.
That is a boo part because we also have 108 who have said they won't get vaccinated. So that means 620 staff members have to get tested every week, and that's a lot of man hours and a cost to the college. All right? Plus, it doesn't help our community be safe. Once you are vaccinated, you have to submit your card, a copy of your card, or Donna Procknell's out there today. You can also take that card, and she will take care of it and upload it. All unvaccinated staff are required to weekly pool test, again, at one of the sites we have on campus. And you have to submit, if you're still unvaccinated, you have to do the Campus Clear app every day so that our contact tracers, they go in and check it every morning and every afternoon to see if you've been near somebody with COVID or if you've had, an exposure to COVID or you yourself are experiencing symptoms. With that being said, I was reminded earlier we are still down about 38 positions. We need help with the pool testing so that we can man that 5 days a week.
It's really fun. It really is fun.
You laugh.
See people, you're like, hey, how's it going? You get your test, you don't have to touch them, you don't come near them, you don't get spit on you, nothing like that. You
No,
swear, it's fun.
the spit tests are done. We're back to the swab test. So,
Yay!
and believe it or not, it had to do with those swabs, which were made in Italy, go figure, weren't available. You can't make this up. Just so you know, from a leadership standpoint, President Reuter had directed all the SES staff be vaccinated. So appreciate that, and they have all done that. So if you need a vaccine, we had open pods for staff and students yesterday. I still have not got the counts from yesterday. We also made arrangements to bring them back next Tuesday and Wednesday at both City and North campuses. But if you need a vaccine, you can call the county. County is operating Monday through Friday at the old DMV office at South Campus. That's Building 7 from noon to 4. You can also go to their website to sign up. And if you need a rapid test, you can also call the county. That 858-2929 number They will also, for those that are traveling, they will also do tests. It's the ID Now tests. So if you need that to go into Canada or wherever you're going, the county will do that. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to the much wiser partner, Miss Amy Yoder.
At least Harrier.
Harriet, yes.
Oh, this is so much nicer to do this with people in this auditorium, let me tell you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Interim President Reuter, for all your support. Very much appreciate it. Dr. Sagai, for all of your support. You've been a breath of fresh air, so thank you very, very much. And thanks to my counterpart, Mark, who's got to listen to me complain and whine and pull my hair out and make them jealous. Yep. So just a couple things that we wanted to discuss, and I kind of took this as FAQs that I've gotten from all of you this past week to put up here. Some of this stuff is suggestions, keeping in mind we have collective bargaining agreements we have to adhere to, we have HR policies we have to adhere to. So these are just best practices and things to keep in mind because, as Chairwoman Wilson said, it is about the students. We want to lead by example, and we want them to have a successful semester. And I can't emphasize this enough. I've said this before. I can't imagine being a kid, an 18-year-old, coming up through high school and going to college during this pandemic. Think about that for a second. I mean, we had our issues with moving to remote and everything else. Do you imagine having to learn? And mom and dad probably having to work and then be worried that somebody's sick and have COVID in the house and try to retain all of the information and prepare for college on top of that. It's a lot to take in. So please, please, please show compassion. Take a breath and say, you know what, maybe they're not trying to pull a fast one this time. They need help, and I'm here to help them. So you've tested positive, or you've been in contact with somebody that's potentially positive. First and foremost, fill out that Campus Clear app or immediately give security a call. You will get a phone call from one of our contact tracers, again, one of our amazing staff members who sat through a 5-hour training to be highly educated on how to do contact tracing. They will ask you a series of questions, they'll go through things, and give you the next steps as you move forward. Chances are you will hear from our contact tracers before you hear from someone from the county too. So it's very, very helpful. They will put you in the right path and assure you of policies and procedures and things you need to move forward for. If you're sick, stay home. Please. Most of the time that we've had to close sections of classes is because somebody came in and went, I was a little sick, I was coughing, or I had sniffles and whatever, I had a test, I came in. Again, be compassionate. If a student calls you and says they're sick, take their word for it. That's okay this time, right? And be sure to update your contact information in Workday. Tracy Cleveland's gonna hug me for this one, having this one on the slide, I know that. It is so important that we have updated contact information. I swear I'm not gonna call you for no reason. But on a Saturday night, when I get lab results and I know somebody's positive, I wanna contact you as soon as possible so that you don't infect your family members or expose other people. That's why I'm calling you. I swear it's for no other reason. So please update your contact information. Address as well. I gotcha. What should I do if someone's not wearing a mask? So this question has come up a lot. Just wear your mask. Please wear your mask. I know it's annoying. I don't like it either. It smudges my makeup. I get zits. I get that. It's annoying. Please, please, please wear your mask. If someone is not, especially if you're in a situation in your classroom with a student, please kindly ask them to put their mask on. If they still refuse, call security. It's not worth disrupting your classroom, getting upset and everything else. Security will handle it. But please, lead by example. Wear your mask. I know, I get it, but we gotta do it. If you need masks, disposable masks are always available in security. So just keep that in mind as well. So this question came up too. If someone is positive in my class, does the whole class need to get remote? I get this a lot. There's no blanket answer to this question because now we have to determine if it is a good exposure, quote unquote. So there's criteria that our contact tracers will use to determine a good exposure, and then vaccination status, so this is a big benefit of being vaccinated, comes into effect. That means if you're vaccinated, chances are you don't have to quarantine. That's huge. So can I say point blank, we have to close a section of class? Absolutely not. So we have to painstakingly go through everyone, check their vaccination status, and determine from there. So that's some things to keep in mind. And on my next slide, again, these are suggestions, and I asked of me to write up from a planning perspective. Again, keeping in mind there's rules and regulations we need to adhere to. But I wanted faculty to have an idea of 3 types of different situations that may arise during this semester so that they have a plan B, a game plan. I'm a little type A. I like to have plans, right? So this is my way of saying to you, have these type of plans. A student tests positive. Show compassion. How can you help them get through this semester? You test positive. That's a reality, unfortunately. What are you going to do with your class? You're required to quarantine too, so that's 10 whole days you're not available to teach. And the last type is, unfortunately, the variant has gotten worse and we have to move the whole class to remote. What are we going to do? So again, these are the things that you want to start to think about now and plan to get ahead of. So everybody likes the prisoner go, right? Is that what we call it? The hand sanitizers. We have plenty. I mean, we have plenty. We have so many. I think it'll be a retirement gift, honestly, for people as they're leaving. So please just request some through a maintenance help desk ticket item, and the maintenance will be happy to bring you some. There's also some cleaning supplies available. Again, I mentioned before, disposable masks are always available at the security office. We will be handing out masks periodically to students too, kind of refresher. Sometimes kids are gross, they're wearing the same mask. We have some extra reusable masks that we used for care kits previously, and we'll be handing them out throughout the semester. And last but not least, since I got a second, starfish. Starfish is super, super important, and we are doing some amazing, great things with starfish. I can't wait to report out on this in more detail. We are going to be looking at starfish. It's such an amazing student success tool that we have here. I'm so glad that we have it. We are underutilizing it, and we have a lot of opportunity here to push it forward. So this fall, we'll be doing some analysis. I have an amazing group through our College Senate Task Force. Thank you so much, Colleen. We have a great College Senate Starfish Task Force. We have groups of our counseling unit, our tutors, various faculty will be participating and kind of looking at what starfish looks like now. We'll be doing a soft rollout in the spring and a full new launch next fall. But starfish is also really important right now because that's how you track attendance. And we use that, the contact tracers use that information when they're going back and looking who was on campus, when, where, and who do I need to contact. So please, please, please use starfish to record that. So, and please, while you're working in starfish, write some notes, shoot me an email, let me know some feedback. So as always, if you have any questions or anything comes up, please don't hesitate to contact Mark and I.
That's not how my last name is.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, I have Mark's email, I guess, spelled wrong, so we'll get that corrected. The number's important, but you know, oh yeah, right? The number's important. The one thing I will say is, at least for myself, I have 3 inboxes right now that I'm maintaining. So if you need to get a hold of me from an emergency standpoint, especially on nights and weekends, use our cell phones. Give us a text. So thank you very much, and have a great day.
So I was remiss in my thanking people and groups, and Amy mentioned Colleen Quinn and the College Senate, her executive team, and what's been so, I think what maybe was missing a little from the college was that faculty and staff didn't think their input was valued. They are the closest to our students, so we value, we want, and I think it's a good marriage, and when the next president's here, I hope that continues, because I think that means so much. So thank you for your involvement, and I also was remiss, Phil Struble, very humble guy, but Phil, again, in that collaboration, has a weekly enrollment meeting, weekly recruitment meeting, and talk about ideas, initiating Buffalo and, advanced studies concurrent enrollment with BOCES 1 and 2, and going to festivals and things like that. So thank you, Phil, and everyone that's involved in those Friday calls. They're not that hard. They're only an hour, and they're actually good. It's a good exchange. So before I transition to Middle States, I'm going to ask the faculty president just to give a brief welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's really great to see people in one place. I hope that's not a problem, but anyway, I just wanted to start out by thanking all of you, and I really think you deserve a round of applause for all you've done in the past 18 months, the chaotic nature of what we've had to do, and you've all stepped up and you've done a great job. So. And we have, as everyone has said, we've got many challenges ahead. And with this new leadership team, the transparency and the collaboration between the board, between the interim president, between Dr. Sagai, and our leadership team at the Faculty Federation, I think we can make this a stronger institution. Things aren't a surprise anymore. We've got quality people in some of these positions. And I think we can make Erie community stronger. And I just want to thank you. And again, it's good to see a lot of you, and hope to see you more often. Thank you.
And Andy said the key word, transparency. You'll get the truth from the board. You'll get the truth from me. And working together, Andy and I speak quite often. I think we got 2 MOUs that we're signing today, so 3. Ooh, I don't know about the third one. We may have to talk. But, we are, as I said, we're pivoting. We have to make changes. So, there's some faculty that are challenged to make load this semester, and we are sensitive. The Faculty Federation is sensitive to that, so we're going to try to help. We don't want our full-time faculty not to have a load, so we are trying to work on some things, and also to help our students. So looking at virtual office hours and things of that nature, so students don't have to come on campus for office hours. So with that, I'm going to, once again, last thank you to everyone, but I'm going to transition to really what our theme is. The chair spoke about middle states, and she was spot on. It's not something that, oh, I gotcha. It's going to be, for us, an opportunity to learn from peers from other community colleges, to exchange best practices. Our chair of our self-study, he was just recently named. We had a previous chair that could no longer participate, and I had a meeting with him last Friday, and we are scheduled to meet with him next Tuesday with the whole ECC team. And he and I exchanged a couple emails again just yesterday, and we both are looking forward to it. So it's going to be a positive experience. We have challenges, and again, we're not hiding it. We have financial challenges. We have enrollment challenges, but we're not hiding it. We're addressing it. We'll be honest in our communications, and I think we're a better institution. So with that, Dr. Sagai, please come forward.
Good morning. All right, this is awesome. How do I start? So I just want to say, first and most, I want to thank Chairwoman Wilson, Bill Reuter, President Bill Reuter, for really supporting me and really putting me in this leadership position. So thank you. I would also like to thank all the faculty and staff, because I've been with the college for about 3 years in the working capacity. So I want to thank all the faculty and staff. As we were talking, as our chairwoman was talking earlier, I am also an alumni from SUNY Erie, so I am that example of start here, go anywhere. So I am that, so I'm very proud to say that. So that's awesome. So I am also academic, but I always, in my past, I always used to say I'm also part of admission. So Phil Struvo knows, he is my brother. So if you talk to Phil, he'll know we've been working together in the previous institution here as well for about almost 25 years, Phil. So part of what I want to talk about a little bit before we get into the middle state is that, again, our students matter. Every student that we bring into our area matters. One of the things that I do during orientation when speaking to students is telling them and thanking them the fact that there are 38 universities, colleges in the area. So they have choices and options. So they choose us. So we have to make sure that every moment that we interact with our students, both in the classroom and outside the classroom, really matters. So again, our students do have a choice, and we want to make sure that they choose us as their college of option. Is that right? The other thing I want to emphasize is that attendance matter, right? The first 2 weeks of our classes matter. So I'm asking the faculty and the staff to ensure that if you don't see your student and they on your roster, make sure you try to reach out to them, because that really matters. We want to decrease our never attend. So thank you for that effort during our first 2 weeks. Okay, so I think we need to talk about middle state, right? That's been a very interesting process in terms of getting our faculty and our staff. And before, I want to thank everyone that was involved in the process. I believe it was about 2 years in the working. So all the individuals who were involved, both directly and indirectly, I want to thank all of them. So let's give everyone a hand of applause for that. So again, middle state is about our college. It's not about a specific department. It's not about specific faculty. It's not about specific staff. It's about what we do. It's the promise that we have for our students. So in order for us to serve our students well, we need to make sure that we have a standard. And one of them is standard of excellence. The other is to really ensure that we are following those standards. But it's an opportunity for us to reflect on what we do well, what we need to work on, and then how do we improve going forward. Those are key for us to do that, but we have to do some reflection, and that requires all of us to participate in that process. So as middle state, and it is challenging, and I can't thank enough Kathy and Eric and all the other folks that's been helping us. At the end of the day, it is our college's process. It is about us. It is the story that we want to tell. Right? But we cannot be done with it. Our visit is in October. That's just the beginning of what we're going to do as a college. That's just the standard of middle state is going to be our foundation of how we do business, both in and outside the classroom. So again, this is just the beginning of what we're going to do. We have some exciting workshop for you today. I'm going to have Colleen talk to you a little bit about what we're going to do in terms of those workshops, and then we'll talk later. Thank you so much.
All right, good morning, everybody. I don't know about you, but I ran around my house the last 2 days to find something that is not leisure wear and flip-flops so that I could come and see everybody today. So you all look beautiful, and I love seeing everybody in person. So much like the running around and making sure I look polished and not in my pajamas and my hair and messy bun, we're going to kind of do the same thing today with our middle states self-study draft. All right, so it's been a 2-year process, which I don't think everyone's totally aware of, but we've been working on this. There's been 7 groups, led with each group with a faculty member and an AAECC member or an SES member. And we've been working on each standard as drafts, working together, collecting evidence and things like that. So then finally, fast forward through a pandemic to spring 2021, we put all of the drafts together and came up with our one large self-study draft. And many thanks to the Middle States chairs and all of the people that worked on that. I know I leaned on a lot of people to help me with my standard. I was working on standard 7. So over the summer, Kathy Calesto and Erickson Nealons did a scrub. So what they were tasked with is to go through and make sure that it was one voice, and that if someone called something a pillar in one standard, and then they called it a standard in another standard, but it was the same thing, to make sure it was all consistent throughout. So that's some of the great work they've been doing over the summer, as well as identifying areas that we were lacking as far as evidence. So that is what we're leaning on everyone here today for, is we need you. This is a collaborative effort, and we need to do this as a community and as a college to go through each standard, and we need your fresh eyes. Because, and I know I say this all the time, but we don't know what we don't know until we know it. And there are so many awesome, positive, fantastic things that are being done across the college outside of this pandemic, even before, as we started this draft. And we are afraid that we might be missing some of these things, because you guys are here for our students and you work hard, and there are so many things that we need to make sure that they are included in this report, because Middle States needs to know the positive impact that we have on our community and our students. And one of the things that everyone, like, oh, Middle States, oh, we're going to get dinged, and Middle States is like a swear word around here, right? It's not. It's an opportunity to change. We're moving forward. We have a new interim president. Dr. Sagai is our interim provost. We have a good team in place. We can change this college. This is our opportunity. Middle States isn't going to change us. This is us. This is our time to take control and move this college forward for our students. And it's not a threat, oh, we're going to lose jobs, whatever. It's not. It's how do we make this better? Because I don't know if you know this. I did, and then I forgot, and I was reminded. But parents and students can go to the Middle States site and look up individual colleges. And there, right, boom, you can look it up on your phones. It'll say every single college that is under warning or any of the things that are possible under Middle States. And you know what they do? They call up Middle States and ask why. So this is a whole entire pocket of students and parents that we can't even track, right? We don't have any control over who calls and does any of that. So this is also a positive PR piece for us. So we are going to shine on that website and show everybody how much of an asset we are to Erie County and Western New York. So I'm hoping that you're energized. I had a lot of coffee today. Erica Hendred drove me today because she's the best. And we are going to come through with this energy. And each of you were given a ticket. And I know, oh, I want to sit with my friend. No, we need you separate, believe it or not, because if I have one entire unit on one standard, well, how am I going to get all the other things from the other departments that are going to be it? So that's why we're splitting you up. It's not because we're being mean and not letting you see your friends, right? That's what lunch is for. So, please bear with us and, go to your spaces that you're given with the little tickets, because we need you. I need your perspective from your area to look at each of these standards and tell us what you do. Tell us how you have improved the college. Tell us all the awesome things that you have done and where we can find it for our evidence repository. All right, thank you. You are our collaborative, awesome group. Help us. We're awesome. Go to the rooms you're supposed to go to and be energized and report back.